today's April, what, 11th? Yeah, on my way to my house here, and kind of far behind on some videos. I haven't been posting a lot of stuff. Main reason why is I was recording in 4K 60 frames per second, right? And every time I try to edit the video in Corel, the newest version, I get a file mismatch error. And I mean, I got the last like 5 versions installed on my computer. All of them do that. So something to do with my Note 9 outputting the file as an MPEG-4. So I'm not too sure what's up with that, but basically I would have to convert every file if I want to edit them. There's some interesting stuff to edit, but I mean, at the same time, I'm probably just going to ditch all that stuff and start from scratch. So just on the way to my house, as you guys can see, the snow's pretty much melting pretty quick. A little bit in the bushes there still. A lot of deers. Let's say a couple weekends ago, I lost count after 65 of them going to my house. The other day I seen 35 of them, so it's a little bit lighter now because of course it's time zone change and the fact that, you know, daylight savings getting later every night. So I'm a little bit sooner, you could say, than always, but give it about 10-15 minutes and there should be tons of them coming out to the road. Normally I see them just up ahead, but it means it's going to be a good hunting season. That's what that means. But anyway, I don't know what else I'm going to do this weekend, but I have been putting some shelving in the shed. And other than that, once it dries up a little bit more, I'm going to start working on building up some of the dirt around the septic tank. I'm going to start building a couple garden boxes, and I'm going to be also working on hopefully building a shop. So when I say a shop, it's not going to be a shop. It's probably going to be maybe 12 by 16. So just kind of a small area. I also want to build an outside cement pad for maybe playing around with some blacksmithing stuff and get a forge and a few other things. But of course, Roxy's with me. She's been pretty bad for the last month, not wanting to eat very much whatsoever. Yes, you, Roxy. Yeah, so $1,000 the vet wants to do testas on her, but basically she doesn't mind eating food, but only once or twice, and then she won't touch it again. I got to keep on switching food, which is bad for her. I have tried multiple things, including raw food, and she was pretty good with raw deer meat, but now she doesn't want to touch it. Raw hamburger, beef hamburger, she kind of noses it, eats a little bit of it, but right now she seems to be pretty decent on chicken breast. Yes, white meat chicken breast. Yeah, she's spoiled. And nope, there's a deer right there on going across on that side. Well, 2 of them. But there'll be tons and tons and tons more deer by the time I get to my house. But
okay, you ready, Roxy?
Okay, are you going to choke on it, or are you going to figure out how to eat that? She was like, wait a minute. I have never had anything with a bone in it. Spoiled Miss Proxy always had boneless chicken. Are you confused? She's like, I'm gonna hurt this thing. Help. Okay, see if you can catch her chewing on it. She's finally figuring it out. Just don't choke, Proto. Don't get too close. I don't want her to try to swallow it whole because she thinks we're trying to take it. A little crunchy, Proxy. You better polish the floor when you're done. She is figuring it out at least, eh? Mm-hmm. Took her a while. She was just licking it for the last 10 minutes. Ooh, some mystery goo just fell out of it. So, Proxy, fresh bones better than dried bones? I think we'll have to get a tarp, or not a tarp, but a cutting board or something for her to eat on next time. The big cutting board. Just get a separate. Oh, you just stepped right into goo, Roxy.
She looked good first.
Did she eat that other piece completely?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now for the drumstick. That's the big juicy bone. She's got it right in the right spot.
Remember, if those bones are too big, Proxy, they gotta come out. But it's nice, I'll wipe the floor when she's done after she licks up everything.
She found a blood clot.
Oh, yummy, hey? I guarantee if this wasn't here, she'd be trying to eat it in the living room or up on the couch.
Of course.
Okay, we can pass that back here. I don't need to record anymore. I just wanted to make a few clips of it. At least she's able to do it. And that's good. This is just an update here. The Sansi light there, the 40 watts up in the ceiling there. It's going pretty good. It's got a bunch of stuff starting here. But I'm going to not install the other 215 watts yet. We're going to wait till all this gets moved into the sunroom. All the snow is melted, and then we got more snow coming down. Yes, today.
Show me mushroom.
Show your mushroom. Okay, where's your shroom hiding?
Middle row and the...
Wow, they opened up since this morning already. Yeah, mystery mushrooms. Yeah, they're all different now looking. But got some random mushrooms growing in here with the onions. Yeah. It's a little interesting. But doing pretty good. Stuff is getting rotated under the light. As you can see, there's nothing happening really there yet. But that stuff was just planted. And stuff's getting rotated. These were under the light for a while. Also, the tomato plants are, oh, they got up to what, 2.5 feet tall. They were up into the top of that, and then we moved them into the sunroom, and I think they kind of got a little cold.
A little chilly.
A little chilly, but I mean, they were way too early, so. But other than that, everything here seems to be doing pretty decent, and we will make more of a video once we move everything. Did she finish everything she's chewing on?
Yeah, she ate it all. Good girl.
Did you lick all the drumstick off the floor?
Yeah, almost all of it.
All of it?
You like that? That's tasty.
Okay, so again, I'll make more of this video once I get the lights up. Oh, we just had no snow last night when I came here. For 99% of the snow was melted. This is 1.5 foot drift right here. Like, it's literally, it was all gone. All the snow is gone. And ground's still nice and soft. I should get you to park here so I don't get my shoes wet. I'm joking, it's okay. But yeah, it's Proxy hiding in the window. And yeah,
Bullshit.
I know. The snow is completely gone. And yeah, well, in the most areas, it's only about 3 inches of snow. Maybe 2 inches in the dog run there. But it's not that bad. But yeah, that sucks. The snow was melted. It was melted, and now it's back. Hopefully it doesn't last long. Tomorrow's meant to be a high of +8 Celsius. Okay, this is a male rat.
Hi, say hi, buddy.
And those are two.
Look at his honking balls.
And that's females up top. What is going to happen? Okay, close it up.
No.
No, you can't. He'll bite you. This ain't closed. How long is... He's like, food.
They haven't even noticed yet. Oh,
Oh.
here comes Rosebud. She's like, hey.
One of them's getting
Well, it's going to be a good fight here.
Look at Rose.
Did you just say what I think you said on camera?
Yep.
Oh, what? Just watch the first 1 minute. Just starts...
Wow, chicka wow wow. Blue doesn't even care. She's just hanging out up top.
She smells the day.
Oh, what is... Oh, that's snow. Okay, I was going to say, what am I...
There's the wet stuff on the ground.
Rosebud's really interested.
Rosebud, I think, is going to go on...
She's like,
Oh,
hey.
she's like, hey, wait a minute. What are those? Give me a look.
Let me get a taste of that. No biting.
What do you mean his name isn't Spunk?
It's not Spunk.
I named him Spunk.
No, you don't get to name them.
New rattling.
Weird names.
New rattling right here. Hey, he bit me.
Well, don't put your finger there. He doesn't know better yet.
Yeah. That's a female. That's a female.
That's Blueberry.
And that's Spunk.
And that's not Spunk.
Yeah. It's a bad idea putting a male with 2 females. What do you think he did for the first day nonstop?
You should see, they're so cute when they're all laying there, exhausted along in their rat hotel.
Yeah.
Y'all feel that? They have a little kind of little zing to them. That's that formic acid and then that has a little... I definitely didn't expect that to start this live stream out with that bull 200 up in the skate. I mean, they're coming up on a crate. This is a steep grade here.
And still got the 2 birdlings up here. So it's a little bit dirty up there, but
it's just from the water that they spray on there.
Spray everywhere. Yeah. Well, it's now the next day. It's very warm outside, pretty windy, but as you guys can see, everything's melting. Well, I made some other videos last week, and again, couldn't bother editing the video because recording too high of a frame rate. I am running a very powerful editing system, but somehow snow managed to get in here. I'm guessing this door wasn't closed right, but the reason why I'm coming in here is I put up some shelving units. You can see I got I picked up a bunch of these 4-foot metal shelves, 4 foot by 2 foot. So I got at the back wall, those ones are held up pretty decent. This one here is kind of like a workbench idea. A big 2x6 underneath it, and a bunch of beams underneath it. I need to put in a few more screws, but there's a bunch of 2x4s underneath. Ran out of 2x6s, so I put those plywood chunks under there just to level it. Everything up there is light. As long as the roof doesn't leak, throw up those containers, everything's good. But the idea is I'm just going to trim the tip of this guy off, run another 2x6 right across, and put up some more heavier duty braces on that shelf. Other than that, I got that guy in the corner there, got the weed whacker ladder mounted up there, I got that photocopier stand up in that corner. But it's looks like a pigsty in here right now because we're moving around stuff. Just put away the snow blowers, and wouldn't have needed it anyway, but one thing I got to do is sneak through all this shit in here because my surveillance camera is somehow down there instead of up there. So I noticed I had a motion alert when it fell last night, so should be right here. Nope. Okay, well, where the hell did it fall? Oh, there it is. So this guy here, 90-day battery life on this guy, and I'm getting motion alerts popping up on my phone right now. And it sends pictures of everything instantly to my phone. Works great. Probably best spot for it right there. Instant motion alerts, 2-way audio, high definition. It works awesome. But that guy will be good there. It probably fell when the door got slammed. But yes, there's a a sliver in my finger. That hurts. Again, a lot of this was just thrown in here quickly to adjust the sunroom. There we go. I do lock it, of course, just not right now because we're going to be working in there. But every single bit of snow was just all gone. Now it's all back. It's like, well, that just kind of sucks. Some areas it was 6 inches of snow last night. But I got all this tin here, probably about 30-40 sheets of it. Bunch of clear, not clear, but unpainted galvanized there. A lot of stuff to get done. That all fell down. It was up against the trailer drying out. Had some use for it. Yeah, there was snow drift in the trailer, but this is just going to be a general update video. So the plans are, so this shed here originally, I was just kind of temporary throwing it together. You can see here, this is just temporary roof on this side here. All that plywood up there is just temporary. Throw it together for the winter. Threw up these shitty old tarps. Let's see if it... Nope, that's so loose. That's on purpose loose. I'm being attacked. I did this loose on purpose to see if the roof would drop with any snow load on it, but no, it seems to be fine. There's a 2x6 there and a double 2x4 with the 2x6 in the center there, so nothing moved. You can see back there what I did, but the idea for this is I was actually meant to put the quad in here. Right here is meant to be the quad storage, but ended up being for the hay. But I'm going to take some studs, stud this back down to the ground, and it's still going to be tarps, because the only way I could do it for the bylaw is either pull a permit and I can make permanent walls, otherwise it has to stay tarps on the side, because the original shed's only 8x12. But at the same time, if I'm going to pull a permit, I can literally add another one this size right to the side here. Then, if I do that, again, this is all recycled plywood, by the way, the whole thing. If I do another one the exact same size, I got a bunch more recycled plywood cut-offs here. If I do another one the exact same size, I can join them together. So you can see that one board right up there. That one's a little crooked, but I mean, lots more to do. I still got to, not on this end here, but the other end, going across the very tip there. It's only a 2x4. I got to upgrade that to a 2x6. But I'm thinking I'm going to build another shed exactly the same size right beside it. And then I'm going to stand back over here. So you can see the size of it there. It's a half peak. So next year I'm going to build one the same size, hopefully get all the metal up on it. And then the year after that, I'm going to go from the peak here and come back this way, and it will end up being one giant shed, like garage. And then the front wall there is a temporary wall. It can be taken down super easy. Just the front anyway. The side there's a permanent wall. Just kind of an idea. The other thing I might do is finish this one off, just kind of leave it, and in here build, I'm going to go probably 22 feet long and about 12 feet wide. Big enough to work on the dune buggy. Just a complete separate shop. When I say shop, it's an oversized shed, but still planning out the garden. I'm going to be doing a garden out here this year. Originally that was the garden site, but I might actually turn that into a garage. So I took the time a couple years ago, went over everything here, moved all the snow, or not the snow, all the logs, rocks, whatever else, but a lot of stuff in here from the goat run. Whole pile of it there. That's what trailers moved. Goats are still in their shed, never let them out just yet. But was going to put the garden in here, but we're going to be getting rid of the goatlings. Garden will probably go in here, this side here, and then there's a, what's that, 60 by 90, I believe, fenced in compound area in the back. Once the goats finish cleaning up a little bit of that, might even end up putting the garden back there.
Really? There, now you're free.
Who's taking who for a walk? And probably the most snow in the yard right here. Oh, Roxy, was that softer than you remembered? She's like, hey, wait a minute. But just going through the yard here, we're going to be doing some trenching. Are you chasing me, Proxy? Now you know why I said that. Are you sure you can handle her? So I'm going to be trenching 1 inch, maybe 2 inch pipes from right at that corner underground here to the shed. Going to run some camera cables, probably a 14-3 wire to the shed. And also I'm going to be trenching then from the shed to those poles there across the driveway. I might also remove them and move them 50 feet closer to the road, because I still can before I'm at the road allowance. Also going to be trenching underground from the shed out to the back here, maybe at the 100-foot mark, which is right where that snow is right there from the shed. I might put up, don't let her get bunted by the goatlings. I might have to hold Proxy. She's kind of on a little bit of a power trip right now. But I might be mounting some cameras up on a pole there, maybe a giant pan tilt zoom. Not 100% sure yet. She's going to get her head stuck in there.
Roxy.
Uh-oh. Yeah, there you go. See? So I said, don't let her go by the fence. She can hurt herself. Going to be tearing down this dog run here. Rebuilding it. Well, at least the gate portion of it there. that is another project for this year. The front dog pen, it's like I showed you this morning when I made an update. It's pretty rotten. And other than that, not much going on here. This is just a general update video. Again, recording in 1080p so I can actually edit and not get a file mismatch error. But the shed here, got some garbage to get rid of. But just stacking some stuff up there. And other than that, it's not too bad. Snowblower's nicely stored. I got a poodle chasing me, but I was going over some stuff on the dune buggy here earlier today, kind of peeking at it here. Don't follow me, Proxy. Some nails over here. But going through all this wood scrap here, like this stump here, which is actually pretty sweet. And going to be using some of that stuff as just rough garden boxes to hold some soil, just throwing some random stumps into a mess. And of course there's the hoard pile here. Going to be cleaning this up this year, that's for sure. Got lots of different metal paneling there, all kinds of different stuff. This is the weight bin for the loader, plow for the garden. But as for the dune buggy project, I don't think I'll be doing anything on it until I build a shed. I say a shed, but like I was saying earlier, I want to build a decent size shed that I can park it inside and work on it. But there's probably close to 40 different pieces of tin here. You can't really tell, but there's like 6 high there. Quite a few in there. There's like 6 or so of those little brown ones. All kinds of random junk here to go through, but also going to be working on making a trail around 60, or is it 100 by 90? Yeah, whatever size that back pen is. 90 by 60 pen. Make a trail so I can pull the trailer around it, because we got to get a load, probably 10 yards of topsoil. And it'll be easier to take, really, Proxy? It'll be easier to take the soil to the back. As for these guys here, they might be going bye-bye. Yeah, you guys might be going bye-bye. Don't you bite me. They might be going bye-bye soon, and then we'll probably put a couple garden beds in here. But lots to think about, and again, this is just kind of a random update video. Hey, what are you doing, Proxy? So, anything else you need to say?
I don't think so.
No?
Oh, you should tell them how many kilometers my Jeep has now after surviving the winter.
Oh, what's it at, 320?
320,000.
320,000 kilometers on that thing. So we're thinking of blowing it up on the trails. We're not 100% sure. Maybe get something different. Looking at the new Jeep trucks. So might be an option, As for the Shaggin' Wagon motorhome here, deciding if I'm going to sell it or if we're going to keep it. Watch out, I think there was some nails in there somewhere.
It's on the other side of the board.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But if we do sell it, what am I going to get for it? Maybe 500 bucks? So remember about the metal up ahead there. Yeah. So I might only get 500 bucks, not too sure yet. Might end up just, once we make the trail around to the back of the property, I might just park it back there. A hole there with a sidewalk block. There's a deer head that I buried just to see what it looks like in a year time. And other than that, going to be doing a little bit of cleanup in the front here, deciding if I want to open this up as a driveway. Remember that area, don't let her in there. So there's some stuff from the burn barrel I dumped there to bury. So but, yeah, this tree here is clearly dead. These are some of the ones I tried transplanting. They looked like they were doing good for about 1.5 years, and then all of a sudden it's just stone dead. But these trees here, when I moved into this house, that pole's sticking out 6 feet right there. So that's over a 6-foot tree. When I bought this house, those trees weren't even a foot tall. So they are growing pretty fast. I'm actually going to take a few measurements, mark it down on a piece of paper, just to kind of get an idea how much they're growing every year. But I'm guessing close to 2 feet a year. Some of the ones are starting to die, like that guy. You just see a little bit that's living there. These poles here, like I was saying before, I might be pulling these out, moving them 50 feet up to about right there.
I still think we should leave a double gate.
Double chain?
Yep.
If I have a yard sale or something like that, it'd be nice to have this one behind, one up front. But you are being a brat, Seda.
Yeah, how come I can't go for you?
Yeah. I might have clipped this one with the snowblower once or twice, this tree, so it's pretty much done. But again, same with that guy there. They'll just be yanked out. Maybe I'll try transplanting it somewhere else. Random cans to pick up. And there's a lot of different fallen wood here from when this all burnt about 4 or 5 years ago. Well, actually, it's probably 5 or 6 years ago. So lots of stuff to use just as random garden beds just to hold the soil in. But as you can see, I made a couple laps around the house earlier today. And Sada's now how old roughly?
8 months.
Yeah, she's about 8 months old.
She was 52 pounds when I weighed her the other day.
So she's 52 pounds. So she's still quite a bit lighter than Roxy. But she's doing pretty good. Okay, Goatling. You gotta clean all of this up here. Same with you, Buckling. Don't you get me in the ass. Don't be in... Yeah, you're lucky. Yes, there's only $2. The does, we ended up selling them off. So hopefully Mr. Bucky, Blue-Eyed Buck there, did his work. So, well, it sure looked like he did, but... But, garden box, we're just planning where we're going to put them now.
Strawberries coming up already.
Oh, hell yeah, there should be lots. This area was just covered with them last year. So I'm thinking, like, where it's all clear in here, that's where the fence used to go, or it was going to go, and then we decided, no. If we're going to do it, let's straighten it out, make it double the size. And we ended up going, what, 10 times the size? 4 times the size?
Quite a bit.
Now, these here should be still super tight because they are cemented in.
Yeah, we put those in.
We had to cement them in because it was freezing when we did it. So we actually had plans to come and tighten up this fence, but I mean, it seems pretty decent so far. Wow, that one's in. They're all going to be in nice and tight. So this back corner right here would be a nice spot to put a couple boxes.
This is where the corn and the beans and the squash and the pumpkins and the eggplant and the cucumbers are going to go back here.
Okay. Ew. They've been...
Logan's going to come back here too.
Yeah. Oh.
Mr. Brown.
That all happened, I think, right at the very beginning before we put in that gate. Yeah, all these poles are super tight, so... And what did we figure that it's still another 60 or 100 and something feet behind here I own? So, well, I'm going to turn this off. We're just planning. This is mostly where the garden is going to go. Garden boxes. And we're going to arrange it where we don't have to cut down too many trees. So, in here, there's lots of places to put tons of them.
This top corner is awesome.
Yeah, and right where they are.
That front corner is awesome as well.
Yeah.
And like I said, in the middle, we can put the things that don't like as much sun, like the kale and the broccoli and the Brussels sprouts. And...
Yep. And we're still going to at least beef up this fence here. We're going to take a whole nother layer, another 4 feet. This is a 4 foot? No, 5 foot, right?
This should be 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well then,
5'4".
yeah, that's about right. So we're going to take these here. We're going to lag bolt in probably another 2x4 at least up here, and we'll go and overlap the fence probably 6 inches, and we're just going to make it a little bit taller so the deers can't jump into here. Well,
so they're less likely to go.
Less likely to, and maybe I'll make a trap door so if they do come in they can't get out. Okay, I'll get back to you guys in a little bit. Run my little friends. So there's lots of rotten wood here. Some of it will be used for the garden box. Again, it's just natural. Some of it's going to be bought. Depends on how we want to do it. But yeah, there is enough random stumps here from when it all burnt that you might get away with just in this pen alone finding a decent little bit of it. So remember, this tree right here is the one that I don't want to lose. You know which one I'm looking at here? The little spiky guy here? This is the one here that I said, like, I don't want to lose this one.
Let me see.
Well, it's the only one in the pen that looks like it. Only one in my yard that looks like this.
If you don't want to lose that, then we should tape it off or fence it off because the goats are going to eat it.
Yeah, because like I was saying, I don't see any more of those on the property. Actually, it looks like half of them are kind of already gone, the needles, hey? That one I already moved. The other end. Oh. Yeah, a lot of them are pretty rotten. Just bring my loader in here, I can break them up and pull them out. Okay, Fun, fun, fun. Man, a lot of these are already over 6 feet tall, hey?
Yeah.
And when I bought the house, they were like 6 inches tall. Wow. It's now April 15th and it looks like we're getting a shit ton of snow again. This sucks. Just on my way into the city for work. And yeah, snow is virtually all melted. And then we got a shit ton on, what was it, would have been Friday. And then we got a shit ton coming down again today. It's like, holy shit. That really sucks. And if it wasn't for the stuff we got on Friday, there wouldn't have been any snow there. It was pretty much completely cleared up, but yeah, that sucks. Okay, well, I'm on my way into the city and the roads are probably going to be a little fun. So I'm shutting this off. Well, this has to be one of the coolest things I have ever seen. Just picked this guy up from Amazon for like 60 bucks. Yeah. Came with 10 belts, all kinds of different grits, Allen keys, and I'm only running on 12 volts. I'm running it on a little tiny 2 amp power adapter, which I should be running on probably closer to 5 by the looks of it. But I mean, it is delayed when you turn it on because it is loading up that adapter pretty well. But this is spring loaded here. You can see I can loosen the belt, and I mean, it is actually pretty sweet. Double ball bearings they claim on each one of these. Now this is only the 10mm wide version. They had other ones that were even wider, but I literally just turned it on. See, it's delayed a bit, and has a pretty decent amount of power there. And that's only on 12 volts. And check this guy out. Again, on Amazon, it's just a mini belt sander. Very sweet. I am happy with that